Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics, They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute, the name of my BitChute channel is Comic Freak. Today we're going to be talking about Scott Middleton blames the fans for Rise of Skywalker. Well, Scott Middleton, being a well-known SJW reporter, can't do anything but blame the fans because the fans do not agree with Scott Middleton, therefore the fans are his enemies because he insists on making us his enemies. So let's get into this article, huh? Scott Middleton is Scott Middleton, so there's not much sense in going over everything he writes, but this paragraph stood out in his latest piece. Disney is now also at square one in terms of how to get audiences and fans excited about Star Wars movies again. Now, that was always going to be a challenge after the Skywalker saga wrapped up, since the next Star Wars movies presumably would involve the core Skywalker solo characters, but Disney's Star Wars franchise is now A, on the defensive, and B, in a position of having much of their prior goodwill erased as a result of a deeply compromised and seemingly crafted to appease YouTube trolls and or potentially disingenuous alt-right mobs series finale. You mean Disney is trying to please its core audience of actual fans and people who actually enjoy Star Wars movies and just the general populace, instead of actually trying to please the critics who love The Last Jedi because it's full of propaganda and not very much fun to watch. Well, Scott, we don't find YouTube trolls or disingenuous alt-right mobs listed in the credits for The Rise of Skywalker. Boy, when these SJWs find an adjective they like, such as disingenuous, they can't just stop parodying it. And remember back when the word troll was used to describe someone who was deliberately causing trouble in a discussion forum? Now it's used by morons like Middleton to describe anyone whose opinion deviates from his own. When Scott says deeply compromised, what he really means is that it lacks the moronic social justice political lectures that he likes to have repeated back to him in order to validate his own political beliefs. Apparently, The Rise of Skywalker didn't deliver the same kind of political jerk-off session for him. It never occurs to Scott that maybe any potential course correction was in response to The Last Jedi's historic second weekend box office drop, or the waning toy and merchandise sales. But not to worry, Scott, I'm sure that the appeal of Star Wars is merely becoming more selective. Yeah, it's selective to girls now because Disney turned Star Wars from a boys' property to a girls' property. They can't have a property that everyone would like because that basically was what Star Wars was before Disney got its meaty little fingers into it. They tried to make it appeal to everyone, and therefore it appealed to no one. And that's why the core audience and the, average Joe doesn't really enjoy Star Wars anymore. But congratulations, Disney, you have the Raylos, though, so you have someone to watch your movie. If you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people, so make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you're not subscribed to me and my YouTube channel, subscribe to Read Comics, They're Bad For You. That is the name of my YouTube channel. Then go over to Library and subscribe to my library channel, Comic Freak. Then go over to BitChute and subscribe to my, BitChute version of Comic Freak 2. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. Also, could you please share this video? Share it on Twitter, share it on Reddit, and share it on Facebook. Share it anywhere you think it'll do the most good, because YouTube is not going around promoting their own YouTube careers anymore, and it would really help me if you could please share this video. Now listen closely. Keep checking back in all my future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.